They are the earliest images of our universe. The Hubble Space Telescope has sent back photos taken 600 million years after the Big Bang. It's part of an effort to map the evolution of the universe. And Andrew Fazekas is a contributor to the National Geographic and the Director of Communications of the Royal Astronomical Society. And welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so you're going to have to explain this. You're sort of going back in time and taking photographs of something that happened billions of years ago.
Yes.
Can you explain this to me?
Yeah, I mean, this is what's the amazing part, I think, of what Hubble's been able to do. I mean, it's been called the Discovery Machine because it's able to peer back into the farthest reaches of the universe. We're really going to the very frontier. And by going farther into space, looking deeper into space, we're looking deeper back in time. It's just the nature of the universe.
What is it? Is it about light years? I mean, how does it work exactly?
Well, what Hubble is when you look up into the sky, even with the naked eyes, everything is at such a distance that it literally takes light time to arrive here. For instance, the moon is 1.5 light seconds. The light that takes that long to get here to your eye.
So when you're seeing the moon as it was a second and a half
ago. That's right. The sun, when we look up and during the day, is 8 light minutes away. The nearest star to the Earth is 4.2 light years away. And what Hubble's been able to do is look back 13.1 billion years in time to the very first, I guess what you would call the nursery of galaxies, the bits and pieces, little baby galaxies that would eventually, over time, will become galaxies like what we see around us today, including the one we live in, the Milky Way.
You know, this is just fascinating and it's incredible. And so they're trying to map the universe as it evolved. Aside from the fact that it is just fascinating in and of itself, is there a practical reason for why we do this? Or why are we doing this?
Well, you know, it's not going to cure cancer or solve our economic problem by peering back in time and looking at the edge of the cosmos. But, you know, the technology that Hubble uses definitely is used in the medical world, in the communication technology, all of that, the CCD imagery. So a lot of the heart of the technology of the Hubble is being used in other fields as well. So it's applicable to other industries. But also, it's one of the greatest questions of humanity is, where do we come from? Not just you and I, our ancestry, but where did the Earth come from? Where are we in the universe? What's our place in the universe? Hubble is trying to answer the very foundation of what humanity is and what our place in the cosmos is. And it's a question that has been asked by cultures since the dawn of time, of where did the universe come from? And that's what Hubble's trying to answer.
How far back do you think we can go? I mean, they're now saying it was $600 million years after the Big Bang. Is it possible to actually go to the Big Bang, to even beyond the Big Bang?
These are the kind of questions that astronomers are trying to grapple with. We think that we are probably at near the beginning of time. Where, like you said, we're about 600 million years what we think where the Big Bang happened. So we're very close to the time when the first stars turned on. So we're trying to find that first star that may have, you know, come into existence. When that happened, it may be like 100 million years or 200 million years after the Big Bang. Before that, we have something called the Dark Ages, when literally we may not be able to see beyond that time. These answers to these questions will probably come from the Hubble's successor, which is the James Webb Telescope, being launched in 2014. And so we may have to wait just a few more years to get that really the next level of answers to our universe.
It's fascinating. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Take another look at